Okay, welcome race fans. Welcome to Stock Car Sim Racing Friday night, High Octane Racing League Friday series. Tonight we are at Talladega Super Speedway. We are in qualifications right now. The main event, we've just raced two 20-lap heat races. Determine the first and second positions for the feature race. This is a brand new track, Gary Cross track. Guys are just getting used to the setups here, getting used to the handling. We've been yearning to get a Talladega track. Gary Cross has answered our prayers. Again, we are in qualifications following the number 90 car of Todd Robillard through his qualification attempt. While Todd qualifies, we will take a look at a format for tonight. So we've gone through race 1 and race 2, which are the 20-lap heat races. Determine who the front row is going to be. Race 3, I think we're set at 50 laps, unless I hear differently. Fixed setup. That has changed a little bit. We are actually running open setups. The guys have just shared some setups with each other, and tonight is a little bit different story with it being a brand new track. Trying to get everybody dialed in here with something that is easy to handle. So we are going to run an open setup. Normal tires. Fuel is 2X. Damage set at 50%. Full. Yellow flags. NASCAR rules, of course. Schedule here at High Octane Friday night series. Next week we'll be at Kansas Motor Speedway on May 5th. May 12th we will finish out the season and crown the champion, Charlotte Motor Speedway. We've already showed you the format. I apologize for that. So we're watching Todd Robillard complete his final lap. A little bit of an advertisement here for tomorrow's race, High Octane Racing League Saturday Night Thunder. It's an invite-only league or series. Northside International Raceway. So we'll be short tracking it tomorrow night. Practice starts at 8:30. Qualifications at 9:30, and then we begin racing somewhere around 9:45. 200 lap race, 75% damage. Fixed setup. Again, invite only. Pretty challenging track there. There'll be a lot of side by side. Of course, it's again short track, so tempers may be flaring tomorrow night. Hopefully not, but again, short track tends to bring out a lot of that close racing, beating and banging around, and these guys do it pretty well. All right, looks like everybody's finished with qualifications, and Paul Brown qualified first in this particular qualification session. Looks like they're going over the rules right now. A little bit about who's bringing you this race tonight. StockCarSimRacing.com. 6 races, 6 nights a week we race. Tuesday nights, the Next Level Racing Series, brand new series with us, a fixed setup series, a knockout qualification format. Travis Joyner runs that evening. Wednesday night is our Ironman Racing Series. That's a fixed setup series. Todd Robillard, your administrator, and tire rule there, so unique setup for Wednesday night. Sure does add a lot of strategy. Friday night, of course, that's what we're broadcasting tonight's race. Fixed setups, 50% damage, High Octane Racing League. Don Kelligrew is our admin. Saturday night, invite only, High Octane Racing League, 75% damage, fixed setups. Then Sunday morning, coming to you from Australia, Oceania Racing League, Gary Cross's league, open setups. Practice starts at 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for those of you who stay up late enough or get up early enough. I'm sure they'd be happy to see you. And Sunday night, of course, is the Senior League, the Men's Senior Racing League. Starts at 8 p.m. Fixed setups. So StockCarSimRacing.com do an excellent job of bringing you a lot of nights of racing. A lot of guys here who are part of this effort, so we appreciate everything they do. Okay, we are getting ready to go to warm-up. Again, tonight we'll be at Talladega. Looks like we're in warm-up now. Looking at the number 12 car of John Stanley. Just making sure everything's working properly. Going to hang out in the pits a while, probably taking care of some business before the race starts. Jump in the 67 car of Dan Chu, Turn Left Motorsports Chevy. Take a look at some of the paint schemes here. Got some guys out on the track here. We will jump in here, look at the 39 car, Joe Exline, Coke Zero machine. He drives a Toyota. We won't hold that against him though. Joe Exline's been with us a long time here at High Octane. Turning a few laps and warm up. Up here, look at the Paul Brown machine, number 70 car. Like Todd Robillard's gotten out on the track. Energy Star number 90 Chevy. So just a little bit about me. Been working with this widget or this plug-in for a few weeks now, trying to get everything dialed in. Racing with High Octane Racing League since its inception in 2001. And taking a break here and there. Come back to do some racing. I've discovered this plug in, so I thought I would give it a shot and broadcast some races for the guys. Rob Ballard here, hails from Rhode Island, number 90 car. Jump back here in the 28 car, Pavel and Ford. Travis Joyner is our series leader currently. Currently sits in 6th place in warm-up. You're looking at the 22 car, Sandro Kelmer, Gamma X Racing Ford, coming into the pits. I'm just kind of moving around for various drivers here to get things checked out and take a look at some paint schemes. Here's the number 67 car, Turn Left Motorsports machine of Dan Chu. Dan, welcome back. Taking a long hiatus. Basically had some internet issues living out in the country. So we've got him back in action. Glad to see him back. Looking at the Dan Mueller machine, number 6. Dan Mueller Ford. Sits in 4th place here in warm-up. Looks right now we are going to start with around 20 cars. 20 cars here going to start the action. So it looks like we're getting ready to go take the green flag. All right, 70 laps. I guess we've bumped up the lap number, so apologize. The format said 50 laps tonight, but all right, Jim Barasoff looks like he's going to start on the pole. Congratulations to Jim. 71 machine. All right, Jim Barasoff, the number 71 car, CT Racing machine, starts in 1st position. And we'll see if we can't run through the field. Number 2 is John Pox, starting in 2nd position on the outside line. 70, Paul Brown. Oh, looks like we got a restart. Well, I guess Jim Barasoff isn't going to be lucky enough to start on the pole since we have to edit the grid. Our apologies. Anybody who knows sim racing knows that things like this take place. So looks like we're going to get a little bit more warm up. 70 lap feature, Talladega Motor Speedway. All right, we've got the grid edited, and we are ready to go green. We're going for real this time. All right, well, I guess Jim Barasoff is going to be on the pole after all. Congratulations to Jim. If we can't jump in his machine, there we go, Jim Barasoff, number 71 car. Bud Light machine. John Pox is in 2nd position, starting on the outside line. Paul Brown's in 3rd position. Take a look at Paul. 70 car. Joe Exline will be starting in the 4th position. 39 car. 49 of Ivan Deschamps is going to be in the 5th position, turning on the inside line. Number 12 of John Stanley will start in the 6th position. Andrew Lima, 91 car, starts 7th. 41 of Artur Vieira starts 8th. Dan Chu sits in the 9th position, 67 machine. Clayton Wiggin, 38 car, starts in 10th position. 11th position is Travis Joyner, Next Level Racing. 22 of Sandro Kelmer is in the 12th position. Chris Franz is starting in the 13th position. Looks like he's catching up to the back of the field. Catching up to the field here and a little bit of trouble in pit lane. Rounds number 90 Todd Robillard's in 14th position. Number 15th Ed Palumbo in the 54 cars in 15th position. 21 of Steve Pearson 16th. Nito Vidal 42 is in 17th. 51 of Keith Chestnut's in the 18th position. 19th is 6 of Dan Mueller. And Terrace Henrique looks like he didn't get in. All right. So we're back up here with the Jim Barasoff machine. It's going to lead the field down to the take the green flag. Again, congratulations to Jim. All right, 70 laps. The pace cars heading into the pits. Looks like we're going to start with 19 drivers tonight.
Green flag, go, go, go!
All right, Jim Barasoff takes the green flag, crosses the start-finish line in first place. John Pox looking on the outside. John Pox. Looks like John Pox is going to make that outside line work. Ooh, number 49 car got a little loose. Oh, we got a yellow flag. Artur Vieira. Looks like Artur Vieira might have spun around. Now the rule here is if there is a yellow flag before the field takes lap 1, finishes lap 1, they do a restart. One restart only. All right, well, here we go. Looks like we might be in warm up here, getting ready to go green. Will hopefully allow Terrace Henrique to get in and start the race. All right, again, back up here with Jim Barasoff. Jim's getting a lot of airtime right now. These restarts. All right. Again, my name is Heath Johnson, and I will be your broadcaster tonight and your broadcast producer. So anything goes wrong, you can blame it on me. Jim Barasoff, number 71 car, Bud Light machine, is going to lead the field to the green flag. Barasoff hails from Grand Forks, Canada. Number 2, John Pox, is on the outside in second place. Paul Brown, number 70, is going to start in third position. Number 39 of Joe Exline's in fourth. Ivan Deschamps Start in 5th place. 6th is John Stanley. 7th, 91 car of Sandro Lima. 8th place, 141 of Artur Vieira. 9th place, 67, Dan Chu. And rounding out the top 10, 38th, number 38, Clayton Wiggin. Starting on the outside line. 70 laps here at Talladega Motor Speedway. Banner says 50 laps, but I think we've altered things a little bit. 70 laps. A lot of laps. Maybe some guys changing 2 tires, some guys changing 4 tires. Definite strategy here always at Talladega. I think you can get by with changing just right side tires each time you come in. There might even be some guys not changing any tires at all. We'll just have to see how the tire wear goes. All right, the 71 car is going to lead us to the green flag. Pace car ducking into the pits.
Green flag, go, go,
All
go.
right, green flag. Here we go, we're underway. Jim Barasoff on the low line. Looks like John Pox going to make the high line work. John Pox is going to cross the start-finish line on the high side, 1st place. There we go, that low line starting to work. Number 70 of Paul Brown is helping the 71 of Jim Barasoff out. So you got just 2 guys working down there. And again, I think that low line might be a little bit faster. Now they're going to prove me wrong. Looks like the John Pox machine number 2 takes the lead, followed by the 39. Joe X line. John Stanley up on that outside line, side by side. John Pox might have led that lap. Starting lap 2. Jim Barasoff coming back on the low side. Again, Paul Brown behind him, giving him a push. Down the backstretch. All right, looks like they got a little bit more help down low. The low line seems to be working here on this lap. Jim Barasoff's going to cross the start-finish line in 1st place to lead lap 2. Looks like Paul Brown and Jim Barasoff jumped out here to a little bit of a breakaway. There's 3/10 rest of the field. Ivan Deschamps has worked himself up to 3rd position, his way up to 3rd spot. Take a look at Ivan in the 49 car, Wolf Racing Machine. Followed by the 141 of Artur Vieira. Sandro Kelmer sits in 5th spot. Sandro Lima in the 91 is in 6th position. John Pox has dropped back to 7th spot. He might be taking it easy early on. A lot of these guys like to get out of the hornet's nest a little bit early and jump back there and ride around in the back. Take a look at the John Pox machine in the 7th position. And Joe X line have dropped back there in 7th and 8th respectively. race chatter here. Watching Ed Palumbo in the 54 car, 13th position, following Chris Franz. Todd Robillard following Ed in the 14th position. Jump back up here with Jim Barasoff in the first position. Jim Barasoff is leading on lap 6, followed by Paul Brown in the 2nd position. Not sure what the pit window is on this. I haven't been on the track myself, haven't heard any chatter. I guess we will find out. Hopefully we will see some green flag pit stops. We have 18 guys out on the track. Somebody might be running a little bit hot here. Got the 67 machine of Dan Chu. Looks like he happens to be following the whomever is smoking. Take a look and see who that might be. Again, running this tight in the draft, you don't get a lot of airflow. Looks like that 22 car might be puffing a little bit of smoke. In the 22 car, tell you what, you can sometimes alleviate some of that heating problem, that overheating problem, by just ducking out and getting a little bit of air into the grill. Sometimes that cools it down. But Sandro Kelmer, the 22 car running in 5th, is running a little bit hot here. Going to let the 91 car go by. Looks like the 39 machine's going to go by. So we're on board with Sandro Lima in the 91 car. Greifus Motorsports machine. Single file right now. Everybody pretty much taking it easy early, a lot of laps. 39 car and the 2 car seem like they're going to be challenging the 91 car on the outside. Car and the 39 car, it's pretty hard to make that work with just being a 2-car pack. So it looks like these guys are on the low line, holding that low line. That seems to be the best way around this place. Travis Joyner makes the pass on the 22. Again, the 22 looks like he's got a little bit of overheating problem. Back to this car, maybe. 22 car, Sandro Kelmer. Again, if you notice, he's ducked out there a little bit and able to get some air through the front of that car. Uh-oh, looks like the 22 car and the 39 got together. 22 and the 39 swapped a little paint there on lap 10. And I'm sure Sandro is worried about his overheating problem. Again, as I was saying, you duck out there a little bit to get a little bit of air in that through that radiator, and it tends to cool it down and alleviate that smoking problem. But when Sandro comes in, I'm sure he's going to be taking some tape off that machine. 22 car, Sandro Kelmer in 7th position. Jump back up here with Jim Barasoff. Again, leading lap 11. Paul Brown and Jim Barasoff have worked their way out to around a half a second lead on the rest of the pack. That may or may not last very long. Yeah, they closed that up pretty quickly. Ivan Deschamps in the 49 cars in third, followed by Travis Joyner in the 28 car. Back here with Travis. Haviland, Ford. Classic paint scheme there. Davey Allison. Travis running in fourth position. See if we can't jump in his car. Travis on board here with Travis Joyner. See how these cars jump around a little bit. Again, dirty air, new track. Travis is going to give a 49 car a little bit of a shove going into turn 3. Back here looking at the 28 car. Trackside camera view. Again, looking back there at the 22 car, it doesn't look like the smoking is going on right now. But then again, he might be ducking his car out here periodically to get some cool air through that grill. We're watching the 28 car. Take a look at Dan Mueller in the 6 car. Kind of give you an idea of what it might look like following somebody who has got a little smoke coming out the back end. So you can see that smoke definitely is a distraction, which is tonight if the smoking issue is a problem, then you may get a stop and go. Right now, try to duck out and get that thing stopped, but we're on board here with the Dan Mueller car, number 6, Ford. Valvoline Ford, following the 67 of Dan Chu, and then of course Sandro Kelmer in the 22 car. And he's got the overheating problem. Look at the number 6 machine, who is 16 laps in, running in the 11th position. Dan Mueller. Not sure where Dan's from. I guess we'll have to find out at some point. Have that on my list. Dan Mueller running a pretty solid race right now in 11th position. Jumping back here with the 54 car of Ed Palumbo, longtime member of High Octane Racing League. Been with us for quite a number of years. Ed Palumbo, number 54, Mellow Yellow Machine. It hails from New Windsor, New York. Running in the 12th position. Everybody's pretty much playing follow the leader right now. Jump back here with the 37 car. Chris Franz in the 37 car. Looks like these guys might be a little bit off the pack here. Hopefully these guys get a little bit racy, then these two, Chris Franz and Todd Robillard, might be able to close the gap. Otherwise, their strategy will just be stay lined up, don't race each other, see if you can catch back up to the draft. So we're looking at the 37 car right now, Chris Franz. Chris hails from Wisconsin. Samsung machine. Chevy. Followed by Todd Robillard in 14th position. Energy Star Energy Juice Chevrolet. Hails from Rhode Island. Again, Todd's just going to play, stay behind the 37 car and hope for a caution, or hope that these guys get strung out on after the pit stops. Maybe they'll get a little bit racy and they'll be able to catch back up. And the 90 is going to be coming into the pits. You hear him on the radio. It's like the 90 car is going to come into the pits. So guys are starting to make pit stops. This will undoubtedly spread things out there a little bit, fragment the field a little bit. So Jim Barasoff, our race leader, has decided to make his pit stop. Jump in here with the Jim Barasoff machine, 71 car. Come into the pits, so 28, 70, the 71 car, 54, the 22, all come into the pits, and I suspect that 22 car is going to be taking some tape off. Jump back here. As we're following the Jim Barasoff machine. '22 car making his pit stop. See what he takes. Hopefully he's got some tape off that, be able to cool that car down a little bit, coming back out on the track. Again, green flag pit stops, definitely going to shake things up a little bit. So the 141 car is our race leader, followed by the 91 of Sandro Lima. So 141, Artur Vieira, our race leader now on lap 21. Not sure if he's made his pit stop or not. 91 car giving him a shove. Going down the backstretch. Artur Vieira, 141. Looks like the 141 and the 91 are going to be making their pit stops. Hitting together, always a good idea. Way you come out with somebody you can work with. Stay in at least some sort of a draft. And we're following the number 2 car of John Pox. Lap 21. I suspect John might be our new race leader here pretty soon. Again, John's jumped out to a little bit of a lead on. Well, I tell you what, John's right now in 3rd position. But he is quickly closing in on Artur Vieira and Sandro Lima, who have made their pit stop, so they're still down on the apron of the track. And the group of guys here, number 2 of John Pox, number 6 of Dan Mueller, 39 of Joe Exline, and Paul Brown in the 70 car have been able to get around. So this little pack is working well together. John Pox is taking over the lead. Driving the Volkswagen. Number 6 of Dan Mueller is in 2nd place, followed by the 39 of Joe Exline in 3rd, and the number 70 car is the last car in our pack of 4, Paul Brown, 4th position. Lap 23, after green flag pit stops, as I suspected, definitely does shake out things a little bit, get guys strung out. Guys are on different strategies. Some guys do 4-tire stops, some guys do 2-tires, some guys take fuel only. Nonetheless, coming in to the pits and getting out of the pits does shake out the field too. All right, John Pox leading the field. Lap 23. Coming around to finish lap 23, begin lap 24, John Pox, our race leader. 1 through 4 have about a 2.5 second lead on 5th and 6th. That pair probably will not be able to close the distance on this group of 4 without something happening. So good news for these guys. John Pox, Dan Mueller, Joe Exline, and Paul Brown able to break away from the pack after these pit stops. So they must have been able to get hooked up at great pit stops. They're out to almost a 3-second lead on 5th and 6th. Artur Vieira and Sandro Lima. Todd Robillard, 90 cars in 7th spot, followed by Dan Chu in the 67 and 8th. Take a look at their machines, see where they are on the track. Again, 8 seconds back. 67 car, 22 car, and the 90 car getting a little racy. Again, not going to help you catch up to the field here running side by side. They desperately need to catch up to the 5th and 6th place cars so we get a pack of 5 cars working. Again, Dan Chu probably needs to duck in behind Sandro Lima. 26th laps in. John Pox leading the field, so we're watching the Todd Robillard machine, followed by Sandro Kellner, and 67 of Dan Chu working in a pack of 3. Sure, they're hoping for a caution, or at least hoping that some of these guys get a little racy. Certainly hoping they're, at the very least, they catch up to Artur Vieira and Sandro Lima in 5th and 6th, respectively. These guys get linked up here and work together. They should be able to run down that pack of 2. Looks like they are able to close the gap on them a little bit. Back up here with the race leader, John Pox, followed by Dan Mueller. Joe Exline's in 3rd and Paul Brown's in 4th. I don't think these guys are in any hurry to start racing, swapping positions. They like where they're at right now. One through 4. 4.5 second lead in the rest of the field. Take a look at some of these guys that are further back in the pack. Start out at 10th position. We've looked at 7th, 8th, and 9th. 10th position of 37 car of Chris Franz. Looks like he's got a partner there in the 71 car of Jim Barasoff. These guys are about 23 seconds down. Must have changed 4 tires, I suspect. So 37, Chris Franz in 10th. 71 of Jim Barasoff's running in 11th position. Come back here with the 12 car. Looks like he's running all out by himself. John Stanley in the 12th position, 35 seconds down. Running by himself. 49 car of Ivan Deschamps, 37 seconds down, 13th position. Guys are kind of strung out here from each other. There's really no drafting going on right now because there's such a distance between the two. And the 54 car, following the 54 car, is in 14th spot, 40 seconds down. Travis Joyner just behind him in the 28 car, 15th position. Giving him a little bit of a shove through the turn. Going down the backstretch. Looks like they are closing the distance there on Ivan and John. With this group of 4 cars linked up, and they'll be able to make up some time. And Ed Palumbo, 54 cars in 14th position. Jump in his car. Looks like these guys are catching up to the 49 and the 12 car. John Stanley's in the 12, Ivan Deschamps in the 49 car, Wolf Racing Machine. On the low side, looks like Ed's got a little bit of help in Travis Joyner. So those guys are going to go around on the outside, and hopefully the 12 car and 49 car will duck in behind and these guys moving. Ooh, a little bit of contact there. I think things get a little racy sometimes when these cars start jumping around again. So we're in the 54 machine. He makes that pass. Moves up to 12th position. Ed Palumbo. Hopefully I'll be able to jump out of that car and get back to track side. There we go. John Pox still leading the race. We're on lap 32. John Pox, the number 2 car, leads the field, followed by the number 6 of Dan Mueller. Number 70 of Paul Brown's in 3rd spot. 39 of Joe Exline is in 4th spot. Looks like he is about 0.6 of a second back. Hopefully Joe will still be able to hang on to the tail end of that draft. Although it does look like he's lost more time, so something's happened to the 39 car. He's fallen off the draft there a little bit. Joe Exline's going to bring it into the pits. Not sure what's happened to him. So I can hear it on the radio that he might be retiring from the race. Fortunately for the 39 machine, this night's going to end early. And the 39 of Joe Exline is coming into the pits. Looks like he's going to retire his machine this evening. Sorry to hear that for Joe. Back up here at the leader, John Pox, 34 laps in. Just about the halfway mark, and John Pox is leading a pack of 3 who have opened up an 8-second lead on 4th and 5th. So these guys are walking away with this race right now. I suspect that none of these guys are going to want to get any too racy here. They're a pretty comfortable position the way they are right now. So John Pox in the number 2 machine is leading Dan Mueller in 2nd place, followed by Paul Brown in 3rd. This pack has moved away from the rest of the field, almost a 9-second lead, 35 laps in. Suspect we'll be making some pit stops here pretty soon. So I'd say in the next couple laps we'll be making some pit stops. I'm hearing some chatter on the radio. Looks like Chris France says he's got about 3 laps on his fuel. Take a look at the 37 car. He and Jim Barasoff working together. 9th and 10th respectively. Samsung RC Cola machine, number 37, Chris France. You hear him talking on the radio that he might be making a pit stop here pretty soon. I suspect Jim Barasoff's going to follow him in, not to lose his partner, drafting partner. Barasoff and Chris Franz working together there. Definitely going to be pitting at the same time from what I hear on the radio. Pretty good strategy. Uh-oh. Definitely shakes things up. So we've got a yellow flag. See if we can find out what happened on that. So Artur Vieira, looks like Artur Vieira gets hit from behind. See if we can't see what happened there. Oh, Artur Vieira just looks like he might have gotten tagged. Jump in his car. Artur Vieira looked like he might have had a little help. Oh, he hit the wall hard. So Artur Vieira taking it through the grass, hitting the inside wall. Did a good job not to come back up on the track. They're going to be getting some repairs on his machine. Not sure what happened there. Like the 91 car might have gotten into the back of the 141 car. '91 car, I believe. Sandro Lima might have gotten into the 141 car there and caused him to go around. We're on board here, or following the 37 car right now, but undoubtedly these guys are going to be making pit stops. So it looks like the one person is taking some damage here. Unfortunately, Artur Vieira 141 has taken some damage on that incident. Come in here, get some pits, get some repairs done on his machine. Hopefully that aren't too bad, but he did take a pretty hard lick there on the inside wall. Sandro Lima coming back out on the pits. Artur Vieira, looks like he must not have had too much damage, although he hit pretty hard. I don't know how much he was able to repair his car, but just let some guys go by. Artur Vieira back out on the track in the 12th position. Be curious to see how that machine runs now. How he's able to get around the track here under when we go back green, depending on how much damage he took on that lick. Give him 50% damage, so sometimes you can hit pretty hard and get things repaired and not be too negatively impacted. So it looks like everybody who is in the race is still on the lead lap. Don't see anybody that's a lap down. Maybe so. Maybe Keith Chestnut. Looks like he might be. Take that back. Might be a lap down. So we haven't talked too much about Keith Chestnut tonight, but Keith is getting ready to come into the pits. Keith's running in the